There was a time, long before your grandmother's grandmother was born, when the tortoise had a smooth shell. Not cracked, not patched, not pieced together like a puzzle that someone dropped. Smooth and whole and perfect, like a river stone polished by 1,000 years of water. His name was Ijapa, and if you knew Ijapa, you knew one thing above all else. He was never, ever satisfied. Now, it happened one dry season that the birds received an invitation. The sky people were holding a great feast, a gathering of music and laughter and food so abundant it was said the smell of it drifted down to earth like rain before a storm. Every bird in the land was invited. The eagle, the weaver bird, the hornbill, even the little sparrow who could barely lift himself over a mango tree. Ijapa heard about this feast and his eyes grew wide. "I must go," he said. His wife, Yanibo, looked at him. "You have no wings," she said simply. "No problem. I will sort it out," said Ijapa. He went to the birds with his most charming smile. And Ijapa had a very charming smile when he wanted something. "My friends," he said, spreading his short arms wide. "You know I have always loved you. You know I consider you my brothers and sisters. Would you not each lend me one small feather, just one, so that I might join you at this wonderful feast?" The birds looked at each other. They knew Ijapa. They knew his ways. But his smile was very charming, and the feast was very far away. And perhaps, they thought, one feather each could do no harm. So one by one they came forward. The eagle gave a great brown feather. The peacock gave one that shimmered like oil on water. The weaver bird gave a yellow one, the color of afternoon sun. And Ijapa, feather by feather, rose into the sky. But before they flew, Ijapa made an announcement. "At great feasts," he said, with the authority of someone who attended great feasts regularly, which he did not, "it is tradition for everyone to take a new name. A feast name. A sky name." The birds nodded. This sounded reasonable. "I shall take the name," said Ijapa, pausing for effect. "All of you." The birds looked at each other again. It was a strange name, but feast names were feast names, and they were already late. They arrived in the sky to a welcome beyond imagination. The sky people had laid out mountains of food, roasted yam towers, soup so rich it gleamed, pounded food piled high as a child's dream, fruits that had no name in the earthly language. The sky hosts stepped forward to greet them. "This feast," they announced, arms open wide, "has been prepared for all of you." Ijapa stepped forward immediately. "Thank you," he said. "I am all of you." Before anyone could speak, before a single bird could open its beak, Ijapa had seated himself at the head of the table and begun to eat. He ate the roasted yam. He ate the gleaming soup. He ate the pounded food. He ate slowly and with great satisfaction, while the birds stood and watched with growing fury. By the time Ijapa pushed back from the table and sighed with contentment, there was nothing left. Not a bone, not a crumb, not a drop. The birds were silent for a long moment. Then, one by one, they took back their feathers. And Ijapa, standing at the edge of the sky, looked down at the earth very far below, and felt, for the first time in his life, something he had not expected. Fear. "Wait!" he called out, but the birds were already gone. He thought quickly, which was the one thing Ijapa could always do. He found a passing bird willing to carry a message. "Go to my wife, Yanibo," he said urgently. "Tell her that her husband is coming down from the sky. Tell her to take everything soft from the house, the cushions, the blankets, the mats, the cloth, and pile them in the compound so I have something to land on." The bird flew down, but on the way, it passed by a neighbor who asked where it was going. When the neighbor heard the message, something bitter stirred in his heart, for this neighbor had his own grievances with Ijapa and his tricks. "I will deliver the message," the neighbor said pleasantly. He went to Yanibo. "Your husband is coming from the sky," he told her. "He says to bring everything hard from the house, the pots, the grinding stones, the wooden stools, the iron tools, and pile them in the compound." Yanibo, trusting and unsuspecting, did exactly as she was told. Ijapa jumped. He fell through the air like a stone dropped from a cliff, spinning, tumbling, the earth rushing up to meet him faster than any prayer he might have said. He hit the compound with a sound like a clay pot dropped from a great height. When he woke, Yanibo was weeping over him. His shell, his smooth, perfect, river stone shell, was shattered into pieces. Not 2 pieces, not 3, many pieces, cracked and broken like a dried riverbed. The medicine man came. He worked for 3 days, pressing the pieces back together, sealing the cracks with patience and skill. But some things, once broken, cannot be made exactly as they were. The cracks remained. And that is why, if you pick up a tortoise today and turn him gently over, you will see the lines running across his shell like the memory of a fall. They are not ugly. In fact, if you look closely, they are almost beautiful, like a map of somewhere important. But they are there. The Yoruba elders say that Ijapa never stopped being a trickster after that day. Some natures cannot be changed. But they also say he was a little more careful, a little more humble, a little more aware that the sky, once offended, does not forget, and that the sweetest food eaten alone always leaves the bitterest aftertaste. Ijapa torin kiri, o padanu ilere. The tortoise who wanders too far loses his home. Moral: greed devours itself. What we take from others, we ultimately take from ourselves. A Moonjar tale story. Ancient stories, timeless wonder.